What's up, Wikimaniacs? Welcome to another Monday Reddit reading episode. This week we have a girlfriend who hates her Christmas gift, a partner that thinks the relationship is actually casual, an OP who has become the OPP, as Josh would say, to a flock of ravens, a grandmother that takes discipline into her own hands, and if those all sound interesting and you want more, behind the paywall, we got OP's dog sitter passed away while OP was on vacation. Reddit on Wiki starts now.
Get therapy.
How do I read?
Get therapy.
Yeah, that last one is a little crazy, but we'll get to it.
Is the dog okay?
I like
We'll
how
get
that's what
into
you're
it.
worried about. Person
Did the
dies.
dog eat?
Is the dog okay?
I don't give a shit. Is the dog okay?
I mean, I
We'll
also
get
care about
into
the
it.
dog, but someone did die in that story.
Oh, well. Did they feed him at least?
The only people that will know are my favorite people of all, the rich.
The
Wow.
rich.
And us.
And us.
Yes.
But yeah, Wikimaniacs, if you haven't told by our clothes, this is the same recording. I'm still sick. So I'm going to do my best if at any point it's no longer me narrating the stories. Don't worry about it. Mind your business. Mind your goddamn business.
As long as the Brown doing it, we'd be all right.
Yeah, I'm not allowed. But
Yeah. I mean, Josh already worked for the past hour and a half, so he needs a break.
Yeah.
True.
Okay. Before we hop into it today, guys, anything y'all want to talk about?
God damn, you sound fucking terrible.
Shit. Guys, we did our first gaming live stream. I
That
know-
was fun.
Yeah. Audio listeners might not know that. YouTube listeners probably have seen it. But yeah, we did played some Pico Park.
Boy, that last level.
I don't think we've ever yelled at each other more.
But it felt good accomplishing a goal.
It did.
You know,
Not
that
at
was
each
nice.
other. We were yelling at the situation, okay?
Yeah, always the situation.
Yeah, so we'll probably do some more gaming live streams going forward here. But yeah, just check it out. Let us know what you think. Give any recommendations for games you want us to play.
Yeah.
Once
We
Joe,
have a couple downloaded already, Josh. Tell them the games.
yeah, we got Pico Park, obviously.
Pico Park.
John and I played It Takes Two a little bit after Sean.
And I think
got
we were
off.
great. I think we were great partners. We didn't yell at each other.
No,
And we beat that ass pretty well.
we did.
Not saying anything. It's just the implication of what you just said.
We
Makes
beat
it seem
that
like
ass.
I'm
No,
the crazy one.
I'm double doubting. We beat that ass.
we
pretty
beat that ass.
Maybe Pico Park's just a harder game.
We have Keep Talking and No One Explodes.
Cult of the Lamb.
Cult
Yeah, I
of
was
the
going to say, we
Lamb.
have some cult game.
Yeah. Cult game. I made them get that because of the cult implications. But yeah, we got some games, got some ideas. We'll probably try and finish Pico Park at some point. I think there's a sequel as well, so we can go on that one for a
Wow.
while.
Ooh.
But yeah, make sure to check that
A
out.
subathon where we play Pico Park 1 and Pico Park 2.
And Josh said he wants me to play a game where I just romance everybody. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm excited.
Yeah, it's not out
Ooh.
yet, but when it does, we will schedule that stream sometime.
I want to play Boomerang Fu.
Yes, John wants to play that too. So, yeah,
I'm
sorry.
sick. Could
I
you
know.
deny me?
I was trying to give you a break of talking. That's why I was going on. But yeah, check it out and let us know what you think. I think I've gotten the audio down as well, so we should have that figured out by next stream.
All right. With that being said, let's hop straight into it. This one's coming from r/relationship ground score advice coming from the GOAT. Hit the button, baby.
I think that's the GOAT button this time. I think that coughing and wheezing is the GOAT button.
Oh, baby.
Throat goat Sean.
I'll just
You
clip
know
that
me.
and put that at the beginning of each GOAT that you have today.
Throat goat. Please no. Also, I'm drinking a tea called Throat Coat.
Oh.
So throat coat for the throat
For the
goat.
throat
baby.
goats. Bah.
All right. This is titled My Boyfriend, 28 Male. Oh, didn't even notice this the first time I read it. My boyfriend, 28 Male, got me a huge surprise gift that I, 23 Female, think ruined my Christmas.
Oh, ruined your Christmas. I can't imagine what that would be.
Must be like some sickening ass gift.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, how fucked up of a gift does it have to be that it ruins Christmas?
A severed toe.
We will see. All right. Got me, brother. Let's get it. We have been together for 3 years. You betrayed me already, Lord.
You could, bro. I can take over if you want.
You betrayal, God.
God saw your prayer and said, "Fuck you."
He's like, nah, bro.
Not that one. Not that one. It's much funnier if I betray him immediately. Fuck. Everything's cool sailings now.
You got this.
You know, God no longer has my back. That might have made it worse.
He gives his challenges to his strongest soldiers.
Yo.
Wrong, bitch. It ain't me. Oh, John, take it away.
All right, hold on. Let me pull this shit up first, bro.
I appreciate the try, Sean.
I really thought I could. Y'all do it while y'all are sick, and I'm like, all right. If the boys have done it before, I could do it.
Everyone wish Sean well in the comments.
I'm crying.
All right, so let me kind of start over again because there was a lot of coughing involved.
I nailed
So-
the first part. I don't know what you're talking.
All right. Story goes as this. We have been together for 3 years, but this has been the first time we are financially stable enough to actually get a Christmas tree, a good haul of gifts, and decorate our apartment.
Okay.
This was always my favorite time of the year as a kid. I grew up in a kind of an abusive family where it was forced to be an adult at a young age to take care of my siblings, while my parents constantly worked and broke up and threw each other out. But everyone just seemed happy around the holidays. We both live across the country from our families and see them a few times a year for a week or so at a time. We budgeted enough to splurge a little this year, and we both started good jobs at the start of the year that gave us both bonuses. Together, our bonuses are a combined $1,500. That's nice.
It's pretty good.
And we agreed this is the firm budget for Christmas gifts, split evenly. I know it seems like a lot, but there are several things we have both gone without for a while when we were struggling for the first couple years of our relationship financially. We both desperately needed new clothes and a few other miscellaneous items. We both prepared lists of clothes, shoes, cologne/perfume, things for our apartment like a rice cooker, new bedding, some items for our dog. In total, I bought him everything on the list. I told him several times that I was so excited for our first real Christmas together, and that was put in quotations, an emphasis on our Christmas. And I told him over and over again how extremely romantic and intimate I thought it was going to be. In my head, we would simply have a low-key Christmas, stay in,
Oh no.
cook a big meal, mess around in bed for most of the day, and play video games or something. I'm also
Doorbell.
going, oh no, because I'm trying to figure this out as well, because this is my first time hearing or reading
Yeah.
about this.
Doorbell's gonna ring and family's gonna walk into the door. Christmas
Surprise!
morning.
Everyone is here.
Fucking feel it.
I felt like I communicated this clearly and we both agreed. I know for sure we talked about it and he never seemed to contest or ask for anything else. We spent the entire month of November talking about our mutual excitement and seeking out activities for us to do together, dates, board games, etc. We had a few dates planned. I don't know what came over him last night, but he decided to tell me my Christmas gift early. He spent a large portion of my gift budget on a plane ticket for my kid sister. Oh, Josh is right.
I knew it.
Orchestrated and planned with my parents to send her to our apartment to spend Christmas with us, and got my sister some gifts to open on Christmas morning so she wouldn't feel left out. He has a whole week planned for him, me and my sister. All of our date ideas, but he included her. We will go see Christmas movies and Christmas lights with my sister, and he got me 1 or 3 items off of my list, but none of these items were the things I needed, like warm clothes, shoes, bras, a winter coat, cosmetics. We both made a lot of sacrifices this year while we struggled together, and I was looking forward to getting some items that would help me feel like me again and not like I was just in survival mode. My gift is that my sister is getting a vacation to my apartment. When he explained this to me, I just started crying. I feel so insanely frustrated. I love my sister and we are very close, but it's because I am more like a parent to her. When I moved away and met my boyfriend, I had some independence from this, but now something I was really looking forward to has been turned into a babysitting experience where I'm in charge of giving my sister a child's Christmas experience. I'm upset that my boyfriend doesn't know me well enough to know that this was actually one of the worst things he could do for me. He knows I hate surprises and grand gestures. And I told him this really ruined my Christmas, and it's something that can't be undone without upsetting my sister, who I feel responsible for. My boyfriend is telling me I'm being ungrateful and that he tried his best to be thoughtful, but I can't shake the feeling that this was the last thing from thoughtful. Can someone please offer some insight?
Whoa, insight. I don't know. Like I see where OP's coming from. Like this is the opposite of what she was planning, wanted, and like had been like building up in her head. Like, and I get that as like someone who doesn't love surprise things. Like I need to know at least like what the plan is for a little bit ahead of time. To have that completely turned upside down, where it's like, oh yeah, now you're in charge of a child over the holidays, which is also not a break. You know what I mean? Like you're still watching a child. So yeah, this is something you do like not on your first Christmas. Like this is third Christmas. You spent a couple Christmases alone and you're like, oh yeah, it'd be nice to have my family come hang out. That's when you do that. And you don't spring that on your partner. That's something you talk about together ahead of time and budget for apart from your Christmas gifts. Because also she is disappointed that she's not getting Christmas gifts as well. The ones she specifically asked for. So I don't know. It's a tricky situation because you don't want to be like, oh yeah, sister, I don't want you here. You know what I mean? Like he's put you in a shitty situation when you now have to be either the bad guy or have a ruined Christmas, and it sucks either way. Yeah, I'd have a serious conversation about how this has affected you, and how you had expectations, and he should have known those expectations based on the conversations you've had, and that you don't find this thoughtful. This is missing the target by a mile.
Sean?
Yeah, I mean, I already knew the story going into it, of course. But
Wow.
In my head, I could see where OP's boyfriend was like, oh, what a slam dunk. I fucking nailed it. But also, I'm with OP, to be honest. Very explicitly for a year, y'all saved up and grinded to buy everything that y'all needed for the apartment plus some extra stuff. And then not even a hint, not even like I could see if he was like, wouldn't it be great? The only thing, now that we finally have some money, it'd be nice to celebrate with family.
Yeah, and giving you the option to be like, actually, no, that doesn't sound
No,
like
I mean, I'd rather buy ourselves the things that we've needed for the past couple of years.
yeah.
So no, I don't want that. Like you just, I mean, yeah, you went against everything you knew she wanted. Also, if you know she hates surprises, why
Why'd you do it?
surprise? Why do a grand gesture if you know she hates grand gestures?
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't feel like I was heard or listened to if this happened to me, especially if I've talked about how traumatic it was being essentially the parent to all of my siblings.
He should know that.
Yeah.
And have heard you. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think all around, I'm with you. I get it. He's super not listening to you.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same boat. Like I'm also team OP in this situation. Like I'm someone who is a horrible gift giver to begin with. So unless something is explicitly said to me, then that's what I'm going to get. If it was like, hey, I want this specific item, then best believe that's what you're going to get. And the situation is kind of like unwarranted too, because like what you guys are mentioned, this was something that bothered her for so long because she had to be forced to be an adult from such an early age.
Yeah.
And it's like, and even as an adult and even in the situation they were in, like they had to grind and they had to hustle to like, get those, to essentially enjoy the fruits of their labor, right? Like, $1,500 like is a lot, like in terms of like bonuses and for someone that sounds like they never really got to splurge growing up, like that's healing her inner child because she never had a chance to be one. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, and the fact that the budget for 2 people was set already, but adding a third person to the mix, that will just throw everything off. And yes, she was put in such a shitty situation because she's forced to relive the same experience she had to do growing up. So it's like, well, no shit, she's not gonna have a great Christmas because she's gonna be on parent mode the whole time. So it was, yeah, like what Sean is saying, like he probably thought this was a slam dunk, thoughtful shit, but at the end of the day, like it was more inconvenient than anything. And I feel bad for her little sister because I feel like she's innocent in the matter. It's like, oh my God, I get to see, my sister.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's unfortunate that like, well, I kind of don't want to see you right now. I just want to enjoy shit,
Yeah. Were there any comments or anything, Sean? Or John?
None that
I don't know who's in
highlighted.
charge now.
Oh, the first comment is pretty good. Shout out Flonique on our subreddit. They wrote, I hope OP can return some of his gifts and buy herself some winter clothes and underwear that she needs.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Make sure you get the rice maker.
I just got a rice cooker.
And?
I haven't used it yet.
Okay.
But I'm pretty pumped I don't have to use a pan.
Is it the one that makes noises and sounds?
Yeah, it's not like a super... It's a Zoshi Rushi.
Oh, you got
which
the
is
goat,
popular.
bro.
But I don't think we got like the most expensive line.
Mm.
I
I
think
need
we
one.
got like a mid-tier Zoshi Rushi or something like
I
that.
need one. I need the one that sings to me.
Yeah, I think it makes noises. I don't know if I can... Yeah, I don't know. We didn't get the most expensive. That's all.
Rice is life. Like lately, what we've been doing with our rice cooker is like we also like steam egg on top of it. So when we
Ooh,
make rice, so it's like we always have steamed egg and rice in our meal, and it's
damn.
I need my protein, So it's like shit.
That's good.
All right,
Let me try
Moving
this
on
next
to-
one. Let me try this one. Let me see.
Go ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead.
okay.
Go
We'll see.
ahead.
We'll see.
Let me know. I'll jump in.
All right. This next one is coming from r/relationship from Goat. Riding giraffe. Hit the button, baby.
Put your choking noise in there.
Goddamn. That's more work for you, and I can't believe you're going to do it.
It's more fun, though.
This is titled, My Partner Thinks We're Just Casual.
Okay.
Did y'all not have a conversation
Yeah.
about where things are going from here? Like, what's going on? Do y'all not talk?
I feel that could be a miscommunication that happens more frequently than you'd think. But yeah, just have a conversation about where you feel this relationship's going.
Everyone sucks here already.
All right. Too long. Didn't read.
Imagine my boyfriend of 3 years.
Jesus Christ.
I, 34 female, have been living with a man, 34 male, for 8 months.
Okay.
We have shared finances, adopted 2 dogs together, share a car, grocery shopping, split chores, etc.
That's not a casual
Yeah,
shit.
you're in the clear.
We say we love each other and have talked about marriage.
Okay.
We have booked and paid for a holiday together in a couple months. He told me on Christmas that he thinks he is single and that we are just best friends.
What the fuck?
What the fuck is this fool's like definition of a serious relationship? Like, damn, you guys are gonna share blood and everything together? What is going on?
I don't understand. It's like, it's not until marriage is it serious. Get out of there. That guy is not someone who's going to be loyal.
Wasting your time.
My New Year's resolution is to get rid of my situationship. I need some moral support because I feel heartbroken. I thought we were in love. My quote unquote partner was in my wider friendship circle for about a year when I told him I was interested in him and wanted to get to know him better. He told me it was a bad time for him to get into a relationship because he would be leaving town to work for his cousin in another state in a couple of weeks and that he did not expect to come back. We spent a lot of time together in those 2 weeks, hiking, having dinner together, but not having sex. We stayed in contact when he moved, and he was unhappy there and decided to come back a month later. He hinted, but never directly said, that I was a factor in coming back. I was already planning to move because I wanted to get a dog and my landlord didn't want a dog. When he decided to come back, we rented a place together. To start with, we had separate bedrooms and would sleep over in each other's rooms whenever we had sex.
This already sounds like a lead up to a disaster. You got a place together before you had a relationship?
They were just 2 homies, apparently. We shared 2 puppies legally. We each own 1, but they were adopted from the same litter, and a car with a couple of weeks of moving in together. We have always done joint food shops, and he does all the cooking while I do all the cleaning since day 1. We have not, quote unquote, paid each other back or kept account of things that we have paid for, including car expenses for our shared bill or for our shared car or vet bills for the puppies. So we have totally combined our finances. We were making financial plans to buy another car in the spring.
Okay.
You got money like that. Damn, y'all just casually buying cars, moving in, getting dogs. Bro, what do you guys do? I want in on that shit.
Dating in your 30s is crazy.
Ali.
Due to flood damage, we had to move to a different house in October. Since we lived in the new house, we have had a shared bedroom. I have had a home office, and our spare room was set up for his son.
Wait, there was a son in the equation too?
This whole time.
Wild.
We were talking about our future together, and we have already bought tickets to go on a holiday together in March. He has booked a vasectomy because we do not want to have children, and I do not feel well on hormonal birth control. I have met his son and his siblings and have spoken to his parents.
I would hope you've met the son. He lives with you.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He doesn't have access to other rooms, bro.
He's only allowed
It's like,
in
hey,
the basement.
yeah. Hey, we're not that serious. Don't talk to her.
He has met my sister, brother-in-law, and nephews. I was invited to spend Christmas with his parents, but we ended up staying here instead. All this to say, I thought we were together in a normal, if slightly rushed, relationship. We have never actually had a conversation where one of us asked the other, would you like to be my boyfriend or girlfriend? But does anyone say that in their 30s? We've told each other that we love each other. We've had conversations about our future together, and we live like a couple. We have also discussed getting married before my current visa runs out. His suggestion, not mine. I got my current visa through my work, and there is no reason to think that they won't get me a new one. We ended up spending Christmas together at our house. It was a quiet one, movies, good food, and walking the dogs. In the evening, a female friend of his came to our door, clearly drunk and upset. I have never met her before. He introduced us, told me she was a childhood friend, and that she had some bad news.
They fucked.
I went to the bedroom to give her some privacy as she was obviously upset, and I watched a movie. After the movie, I went back down to the kitchen to see how things were going. They were snuggled up in the bed in his son's bedroom. His
What
son was
the-
obviously not there.
Where's
She
the
was
son?
asleep in his arm.
Bro, he's in the basement hidden and fucking locked away.
She's
You
only-
can't get out of here.
I can only meet you casually.
We're not that serious.
I was furious and asked him to come out to the kitchen to talk. He said they hadn't had sex and that they were just good friends, like me and him.
I also live with her. That's where my son is, actually.
What in the hell is going on right now?
I can't remember exactly what I said, but it was something about how I am his girlfriend and she is a woman he hasn't seen for years. That's not the same. He started to reply, but she heard what I said, confirmed they didn't have sex, apologized, and left. We didn't speak after that. I went to bed and he slept in his son's room. Yesterday, I asked him to move out. The rental contract is in my name and I paid all of the deposit. He maintains that he thought he was single the entire time because he told me it was a bad time for him to get into a relationship.
So
Back
you
in March.
move in and share finances, fucking live with your kid and get dogs together, and you think you're still single and not a serious relationship, you stupid fucking idiot!
Bro had a conversation, what is that, 9 months ago, 10 months ago? And it was
What
just like,
in the hell is happening right now?
he's also talked about marriage. So,
Yeah.
like, what do you
is
think?
going on?
And that was his idea.
Yes.
Apparently, there was one time when I was giving him oral sex when he asked me, "This is just sex, right?" And I said yes. I have no recollection of this at all, but he took that as confirmation that we had a casual arrangement. He
What the
thought we were
fuck?
just best friends, apparently.
I don't do
He
that
also
to my
told
best
me that he has
friends.
had sex with 2 other women in our house since we have been living together.
Oh.
I had no idea. One was while I was out of town, and the other was a friend of his who stayed in our guest room at the old house for a week while she was on a holiday. I feel like I'm going insane. I thought I had been living with my partner for 8 months, but it turns out he thought we were not even in a relationship. I can't believe this never came up in conversation. He is angry that I never told him what I wanted. Apparently,
What?
he feels like I lied to him. He thought we were just best friends, and when I listed all the couple-ish things that we have done for each other, he was indignant and said that he would never even have accepted so much as a slice of bread from me if he knew I was counting up his debts.
Bullshit.
Apparently, he thought we did all of that stuff because we love each other as friends. I don't know what to think anymore, but I am certain I need to get him out of my life. He says he can't leave until the 5th of January, so I need a little moral support until then. I feel like I'm going crazy. I'm too ashamed to admit to anyone in real life what has happened. All of my friends think he has been my partner, and I don't know how to explain to them how wrong I was.
Okay.
Look, I kind of went in a little bit saying like you guys should be fucking adults and have that conversation off the bat. But what in the hell is he thinking? Where is his mindset where it's like, oh yeah, I want to talk about marriage with my best friend. I want to talk about having children with my best friend. Let me adopt 2 fucking dogs with my best friend. Let me let my son, when they're allowed to meet them. Like,
Just
when
meet.
they're allowed to go out. Yeah. When they're allowed to fucking go out the room type of shit.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Yes, like I would feel crazy if I was OP too. Like, bro, like we're doing all these things. It seems like we're trying to build a future together. Like,
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't it have been nice to have that like official conversation? Sure. But y'all doing some fucking couple leading up to marriage type of shit. Like, come on. I don't understand this OP. How the fuck does he think he's still single?
Yeah. At the beginning of the relationship, yeah, it would have been good to sit down and have a conversation, make sure you're on the
Yes.
same page.
Mhm.
But that being said, you're also well into adulthood. You know what I mean? Like you're in your 30s. I understand those conversations are maybe not as common, and you did move in together. As John listed everything that you've done together,
Everything.
most reasonable people would be like, yeah, this is my
We're in it for a
partner.
long haul. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are in a relationship, sharing a bed every night. I don't do that with my best friends. You know what I mean?
I don't know any
about you
other best
guys.
friends getting vasectomies.
Yeah, for their partner. Yeah, I don't know about you guys. I have many best friends. There's lots I would do for them. All of this
Not
is
them,
not
though.
that. all of this is not
I wouldn't
that.
do them. I
So
wouldn't blow them and ask them like, hey, this is just sex.
this is just sex, right? We're friends. Right? Yeah. So it's crazy to me. To me, honestly, it feels like he got caught and is now backpedaling and being like, "Oh, I thought we were just friends. Like this isn't cheating. We're just friends." And it's like, I feel he just doesn't want to admit that he's a cheater.
That's a good catch.
That's how it feels to me, but I could be off. To be honest, this guy sounds like a dumbass. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Are we ready for the next one, boys?
Let's do
Yeah.
it.
All
Also,
right,
My
she's-
goodness.
She's free of his ass as of a couple days ago as we're recording this. So.
Oh, yeah.
I
that's true.
hope she told him to kick rocks fucking when the ball dropped. Be like, get the fuck out of here,
Take
bro.
your kid with you.
Yeah.
I don't want to meet him anymore. This is Jonathan. I know. This is my 4th time meeting him.
And I don't like you, Jonathan.
Get
don't
back
like
to your
you at
room.
all. By the way, I'm pretty sure your dad fucked in there.
Many times.
So
Twice.
maybe ask for an
Many
Uber.
times,
Yeah.
yes.
Hope you change
All
those
right.
sheets.
This next one is coming from r/no stupid questions from yet another goat. Hop midscore into midscore it.
Am I in a relationship? Oh, wait. There are stupid questions.
This
Like
one
the last
is, I've angered a family of ravens. How do I appease them?
Murder.
That's
Nice.
crows.
Oh, yeah, that is crows, huh?
What are
Yes.
ravens?
Flock?
Oh, yeah, it is a raven flock.
And I only know that because of football.
And I
Oh.
only know that because of One Tree Hill.
No. No.
Oh, they're not
Is it
flock.
not? It's a flock of raven?
No. A group of ravens is called an unkindness or a conspiracy.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
Really?
That is so fucking sick.
Wait, what's a flock?
Oh,
Oh, it's just birds?
most people use the more general term flock to describe a group of ravens, but technically it's an unkindness or a conspiracy.
That's
Mm.
so cool.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
badass.
That's awesome.
Okay. A few months ago, I brought my kid to work and he shooed away ravens. And they weren't happy, but they didn't shit on my car yet.
Okay.
A few weeks later, I drove a little aggressively, trying to get a dozen of them to move. Turns out they were walking around a dead raven.
Oh.
Ever since then, they have exclusively shit on my car.
Damn.
I've parked in different places around the workplace's parking lot, and it's only when I don't use my car that I don't get bird poop on it. Other cars do not get shit on at all. How do I get them to stop doing it? It's been over a month.
I think you have to give him your boy.
You got to sacrifice your kid, bro.
Here's the child. Take him. He turns into a bird boy, flying around,
Bird boy.
pooping on your car.
You just see a fucking little kid on a light post. You're like,
The top comment is from Chucky, ground score in, ground score the, ground score attic, who writes, "You've interrupted the service for the fallen raven. They do not respect you at all, and they're going to hold that against you for generations."
Yes.
damn. All my homies hit. They'll have like a freaking meeting. Hey, yo, you see that car?
Fuck
Shit
it
on
up.
it.
That's the one.
Yeah, you gotta get a new car. I think that's the
I
solution.
think you gotta get a new car. You gotta,
Paint it for cheap.
yeah.
What if they just have like a GPS tracker forever? Just be like, nope. On every time you see this girl on site.
Maybe bring them
Shit on
bread
them.
or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
What
make
do
a peace offering.
what do ravens eat?
Oh, then we have a personal comment from the Wikimaniacs.
Oh,
Ooh,
Unhappy mid-score, Professor mid-score 88 writes,
quit your job if you're unhappy.
"Crows remember for a lot longer than I used to think too. I used to feed them while waiting for the bus. It started when I saw 3 of them hopping about what is euphemistically called the bus station. As they foraged unsuccessfully for food, I happened to have a bag of panko crumbs amongst the ingredients that I'd bought. Therefore, they'd come over every time that I was there, which was about 2 to 3 times a week for several consecutive weeks. Before I fell sick and didn't return for over a fortnight or so." Wow, good English on this person.
Oh, they're a
Fortnite.
Never seen
professor.
anyone casually put fortnight in a sentence.
They're a professor.
That's true.
That hates their jobs.
They hate that.
The next time I was waiting for the bus, I was approached by this guy that was being really aggressive. His body language was threatening. I was by then standing up, considering nipping into the pub across the road until he either left or until 30 seconds before the bus was due. Just as I was checking for traffic, having left the immediate area of the station, this entire flock of crows started circling, way more than I'd ever seen at once. It was like the trees themselves were producing them, and they started to swoop at the guy.
Damn.
It would have been scary had they been swooping at me too, but they didn't. Instead, in groups of 4 to 6, they kind of tag teamed their swooshing at this guy's head as he flailed his arms about and protected his head. Until after what was probably a very noisy 90 seconds, but felt like a whole Armageddon, they chased him off. He didn't even check the traffic as he ran over the road, his hands over his head. Then they were just gone, just a couple hopping beneath the bench. So I just left them near half of my loaf of seeded bread when the bus finally arrived and watched from the window as they streamed back from the trees as I was driven away. I suggest OOP try making friends with panko crumbs and seeds regularly. They'll likely tell each other, and hopefully thereafter they'll leave her car be. Those buggers absolutely know what they're doing."
Hell
Damn.
yeah, that's crazy.
Imagine getting jumped by a freaking flock.
I have been dive bombed by a bird before.
Whoa.
Like I was running. This was actually this summer. I was running on like a trail, and there's just like one trail that's not used as much because like there's a lot of Canadian geese around there,
Man, that
which
motherfucker's
are
scary.
also vicious. This was not one of them though. I think it was like I don't know what it was, but I'm like running along, and all of a sudden I see out of my corner of my eye just a bird dive bomb me, like clipped my hat, and I was like, "Holy fuck!" And then it came. I look up, and it swoops back and comes back again, and I'm just like, I must be like in like
In the zone.
Is he white bread, bro?
Get his ass.
That's Wonder Bread if I've ever seen it.
God damn, look at this hostess fucking running around. I'm going to get that bitch.
that bleached motherfucker. Yeah. Scary as shit.
Oh, damn, bro. I think I remember we did a bird story in the past where like they trained, like a bird came by or they kept feeding the bird.
Oh, yeah.
I want to say it was like a raven too. And they just
Yeah.
kept giving him $5 every time.
Yeah, at work.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I need that for us.
We need raven friends.
Yes.
I would love a raven friend. All right. Next story. This one is coming from r/parenting, coming from Sarcastic Fantastic 23. So close to an all
Experts.
goat episode.
So close.
Sarcastic Fantastic. We need you to get up there. We need
Yeah.
you to get up there. So post episode, this will have been an all goat episode.
Yeah, step
Ooh.
your game up.
I
We're not
believe in
pressing
you,
no
Sarcastic
button for
Fantastic.
you.
I
believe
pressed
in
the
you.
button all day. So.
Yeah, Josh doesn't press the button at all. All right, this is titled Mother Disciplined My Child Against My Wishes and Ruined Our Christmas.
Oh,
Wait.
that's fucked up.
Hell no, ain't no discipline in my damn kid. I'll beat your ass. So
Yeah.
that'll be my kid.
My husband, myself, and my 3-year-old flew 2 provinces over to spend Christmas with my parents. Province. Is that you?
Canada.
Canada.
I think China is also provinces. So
Hmm.
But-
Are we the only country that does states?
I think there's other countries that have states.
Is Mexico states? Mexico might be states.
I have no clue.
All right. On the second day, when it was time to shut off his favorite TV show, he started to cry, as most toddlers would. My mom, out of nowhere, blew up. She literally pulled him out of my arms, screaming, "I'm not putting up with this shit in my house. You will stop crying now." And then she dragged him, kicking and screaming, upside down, up the stairs, and threw him into a bedroom and closed the door.
what the fuck?
My husband and I, horrified, followed her to try to get our child back and yelled at her to stop the entire time. She screamed and then screamed at us that we never disciplined him and he was turning out to be a monster. My husband and I told her it was not okay to yell and swear and discipline our child. She had to respect our roles as parents.
And she was raised right and then isn't acting like a damn monster right now?
Yeah.
Really now? Okay, you may want to look at yourself in the mirror, bud.
Take a long look in the mirror, but
Mm-hmm.
she told us that no, she did not have to respect our roles as parents. This was her house, therefore, her rules. She stormed off as I held my child, who was clearly freaked out and weeping after being manhandled by his grandmother for absolutely no reason. My husband and I were so horrified and unable to process what was happening. All we could think was that we needed to pack up our stuff and get out of the house. And that's what we did. My mom proceeded to yell at me that our child was turning out to be a monster and me and my husband were all to blame. And that we could learn something from her and that her mother did far worse to her and she did worse to us and we all turned out fine. I told her that her behavior was not acceptable and that we would not allow her to be near our child. We were unable to change our flights back home since it was the day before Christmas, so we paid an arm and a leg to rent a car and drove the 16 hours back home. My mom totally violated our boundaries, and it was absolutely terrifying to see her completely disregard us as parents and go against our wishes. My dad was not there and keeps saying that we need to clear up this misunderstanding because my mom loves us and feels so sad. Meanwhile, my mom has only texted us to say that we need to discuss what happened, and I have zero desire to engage with her ever again. My husband is totally in shock from seeing her go from 0 to 100 in the span of 20 seconds and would never want to bring our child back, who might cry or have a tantrum, God forbid. I felt so unsafe in that moment that all I could think was that I needed to get my child away from this raging woman. I'm not sure what I'm asking. I just needed to write this out. I don't care if people think I was overreacting. I did not feel that me or my child were safe in that situation. I have no idea what my relationship with my mom can look like from now on. I don't trust her around my child.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Two things, John. Are you having a rave at your house? I saw lights in the back.
No, there was an ambulance or a fire truck that passed by. I was like, ooh, what was
much
that?
more sad.
Yes, that is much more sad. Yeah, I mean, it's your child. You have the right to discipline how you feel. No one else should take that right from you. Like, I mean, unless you are yourself abusive, then I would definitely take the parenting rights away from you. But you are not. That's not what's happening in this situation. Your mother was very, I would say, abusive.
Abusive.
Yeah. So yeah, if you don't feel comfortable with your child under that household, I don't blame you. I also hate how she's like, "Oh, I had worse happen to me. We did worse to you." It's like, oh, so we just want to keep like the cycle of abuse going. That's cool. That's cool. It's cool. Understand. Yeah, it's fucked up. I don't blame you for going no contact. Doesn't sound like she's regretful. She keeps calling it a misunderstanding. Not what it fucking is. It's you need to apologize to me, my child, my husband, mean it sincerely, and then we can talk about.
She didn't even say it was a misunderstanding.
It's like we just need to talk about.
It was
the
the dad that
situation
said it was a
happening.
misunderstanding.
Oh, sorry, but so even worse.
She was just like, she doubled down.
Yeah. So even worse. So she doesn't sound regretful or like she wouldn't do it again. Yeah, I don't blame you for going no contact. I would as well until she's ready to be an adult and act like not a monster.
Yeah.
Also, kids act out. It's going to happen, especially at Christmas when things are, they're tired, they're excited. It's a very heightened emotional state for
Not
kids.
a normal schedule for kids during Christmas.
Exactly. So yeah, they're going to throw tantrums. It's going to happen. Get over it.
Yeah, before someone come at me to comment saying beat my kid's ass, first of all, that's a joke. I would never experienced it. Probably never will. Yeah, the situation, this is like, it's kind of crazy, bro. Like the fact that the mom physically picked up the kid, have them hanging around like a damn piece of duck.
Upside down is
That's crazy.
That is crazy. That's insane behavior. And I kind of went off a little bit earlier too. It's just like, yeah, who's the person acting like a monster right now besides you at the moment, mother?
Yeah.
And it kind of irked me too a little bit when he was saying like, oh, this was what my parents did to me back then. The same shit that I did to you and worse. Why would you want to continue the cycle of generational trauma? Like, obviously, that's not how things progress. If anything, like as a parent, I feel it's important that, at least for me, and we're not parents and we're not judging people like when it comes to that, but like, if you were a parent and you like love your kid, wouldn't you want the cycle to stop there?
Yep.
And that goes with everything else too. It's just like, I don't blame these, I don't blame the OP for wanting to have no contact whatsoever. Like what Josh's saying, mom doesn't sound remorseful at all in this scenario. First of all, I would try to, just have a conversation with the kid and say like, hey, how did you feel about this situation? Like, are you okay? If they're not, that hopefully get them to like some sort of a counselor or have them talk that feelings out. Like as a kid, I don't know how old is say, but like,
3.
we don't want that being like something that develops over time where they're fearful of like situations like that, So, and that is because it is a scary situation. So I would go no contact until go to therapy, take all the measures to say like, hey, I'm an improved person. I will never lash out like this again, but I'd stay away. They seem unhinged and violent.
Absolutely.
All right. That was our last story of the day, unless you're a patron or YouTube member, but not the end of the episode because we have a segment from the amazing Underbakke.
Yeah.
This week we have Rate That Date. We're going to rate some dates on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being terrible and 5 being amazing. So this first story is coming from r/dating hell.
That sounds like a one already.
Yeah. This is titled First Date from Hell. Parentheses, trigger warning for insects.
Probably means incest, I would assume, unless they do mean insects.
Yeah, I don't know. It says insect.
I'm going to assume incest until proven wrong. But
the date's
that would be a new
bugging for
trigger
sure.
warning for us, for sure.
Yeah.
Nope, John.
All right.
I had a good
I
run.
have it- I have it pulled up. I got you, buddy. All right. So went to a girl's house last night for a first date. She just started at my job. Definitely not my type and a bit older than me, but whatever. I just wanted to get laid. First of all, stop fucking your coworkers, man.
Yeah, this doesn't sound like a date.
No, sounds like a hookup.
Hookup. Yeah.
She seemed to be of the same mindset. Talked for a few days. Then I went to her trailer last night. Oh my God. I wonder if the trigger warning is Ogda. But anyways,
Ooh.
I could smell the ammonia from the cat piss as soon as I stepped out the car. I was hoping they just dumped the litter box and went inside. Nope. The whole house smelled like fresh cat piss. It was intolerable. So I walk in the living room and set the pizza and set the pizza I brought on the counter. Oh, and that's when I noticed the German cockroaches everywhere.
Oh,
Ogda.
those insects.
One word flashes in my head. Nope. I look at her and she's bent over cleaning up cat shit from the floor. Like, why would you invite anyone over to this shit? And why are you just now cleaning up animal feces when you knew I would be coming over all day? My mind is racing at this point with excuses as to why I need to leave. Eventually, I settle on, hey, I forgot something in the car. I'll be right back.
Nah.
So I walk back outside this time looking around more intently. The walls, floors, and furnitures are teeming with tiny roaches. I'm out, bro. I'm out. No excuses needed. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I get in my car and speed off. I send a text basically saying, hey, I'm sorry, but I just can't handle roaches. Also, I couldn't breathe. Have a good night. She messages back with, I'm in the process of getting rid of the bugs and I don't know what smell you're talking about. What? Bullshit. First of all, you don't just get rid of an infestation like that. Shit's a whole process. And if you're at the point where you can't smell the cat piss anymore, then I feel very sorry for you and your 15-year-old son who has to live in that filth as well. She asked if we can hang out elsewhere, and I haven't given her an answer. It's no, obviously. Now that I've seen how you live, I want literally nothing to do with you. When I got home, I immediately stripped and put all my clothing into scalding hot water and soap. Then I sprayed down the inside of my car with cleaner. Traumatizing. So boys, rate that date.
Gotta be a 1, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Gotta be a 1.
I'm going negative 77.
Bro, why not go out somewhere?
Yeah. Go to
Eat
his
at a
place.
restaurant. I mean, I guess if you're just trying to, y'all are just both of the same mindset, just trying to get it in. Just be openly admit, hey, my place ain't it.
Yeah. Make an excuse.
And she was cleaning in the process of someone coming over is wild to me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're the one who needs to prep way ahead of time for people to come over.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's got to be 1 for me for sure. That's I can't. As someone who, when I was in college, we had bed bugs. I am severely creeped out by bugs in anywhere near me where I sleep, and I imagine that's what she sleeps near. And it just,
oh my God.
it gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Dude, there's infestations everywhere. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm getting itchy just fucking thinking about it. All right. Date number 2. The title is My Date and His Dog.
Okay.
All right. So I, 21 male, recently went on a date with this guy I met on a dating app. They put, let's call him Jake, 22 male, from State Farm. We had been chatting for a couple weeks and decided to meet up for coffee. I was pretty excited because he seemed super cool and our conversations flowed really well. We agreed to meet at this cute little cafe that's dog friendly because Jake mentioned he had a Saint Bernard named Max. That's a big boy. I thought it would be fun to meet him too, so I was all in. I arrived at the cafe and Jake was already there, looking adorable in a flannel shirt and jeans. The Josh started.
Josh?
Wow. It's me.
We exchanged awkward but cute hellos, and I immediately noticed Max, who was happily wagging his tail and standing next to Jake. I mean, this dog was huge, like bear-sized huge. Had never seen a Saint Bernard in person before, and I was a little intimidated but also excited. So we settled down with our coffees and started chatting. The conversation was going great, talking about everything from our favorite movies to our mutual love for pizza. But then Max decided he needed some attention. He plopped his massive head right on my lap and looked up at me with those big soulful eyes. I couldn't resist. I started petting him, and that's when things took a turn.
Oh no.
Because I was like, right now it's a 5.
Yeah.
I can't.
It's a 10 for me. A dog?
A free
Gee.
dog pet? Hell yeah.
I haven't read ahead, but this person's probably going to get humped. I feel it. Max was super affectionate, and I thought it was cute until he decided that licking my face was the best way to show his love. I was caught off guard when his big, slobbery tongue came out of nowhere and landed right on my cheek. Jake bursted out laughing, and I was just like, whoa, okay, I didn't sign up for a dog shower. Instead of stopping, Max took that as an invitation to continue. And every time I tried to have a serious conversation with Jake, Max would interrupt by licking my face or trying to climb into my lap. At one point, I had to actually push him back because he was covering my entire face with slobber.
Oh no.
I could feel my cheeks getting red as I tried to wipe away the drool while Jake was just dying of laughter. Sorry about him, Jake said in between chuckles. He loves making new friends, and I think he's trying to steal you from me. And honestly, it was so ridiculous that I couldn't help but laugh too. The whole thing felt like a scene out of a rom-com, except instead of a romantic moment, I was getting my face licked by a giant dog. And eventually, we managed to regain some normalcy in our conversation, though every few minutes, Max would remind me he was still there by giving me a gentle nudge or another slobbery kiss. Jake and I shared some great laughs about it, and I realized that I was really enjoying myself despite the unexpected canine chaos. And by the end of the date, I was covered in fur and had more dog slobber on me than any human should ever have. But I didn't care. I had a great time with Jake, and we decided to plan a second date. I think Max might be my new best friend too. So yeah, my first date was a bit unconventional, but it was definitely memorable. I guess that's what you get when you date a dog dad. 50 out of 50.
Yeah, I was like,
Best date ever.
no, yeah, that's probably the best date we've read, right?
Yeah.
Gotta be.
Okay. Don't hate me because I love dogs.
Uh-oh.
I would say 4.5
I hate you.
out of 5. Because it's like,
I can see where you're at. I don't love dog slobber either.
yeah, well, because if it's my dog doing that to someone, I'd feel bad. I'd be like, okay, you know what, like sit, like you can be there, like, but if he's continuing to do it, yeah, I mean, I would just try and stop my dog.
That's where I will die. It's just like, I want to die this way, please.
I mean, that's fair for you,
Yeah.
but some people might not be into it, and so just laughing along at her. I don't know.
I'm breaking up immediately. Like, you don't like Kevin? Fuck you. You're dead to me.
That's
Holy
not even what I'm
moly.
saying. I'm just saying, like, being a responsible dog owner is.
I don't care. I'm
Not
fixated
like-
on that, Josh. And I can't look away if I'm fixated on something.
No, yeah, I'm with you. Because most dog owners that I know, like, especially if they have bigger dogs and if they jump, they're always like, hey, don't jump on people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, so
Because they could do
if
it
it's
to
a
like
first date type of deal, I can imagine most people would be like,
And those
Stop.
people suck. Stand by it.
that's
Can't change my
fine,
mind.
I think. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to say.
I agree.
I
the
think,
date's good. I think they should go on a second date. I'm just saying, like,
It sounds like OP definitely was
Yeah,
into
they were into
yeah,
it.
yeah. It's just if
But I'm
I
saying-
was the guy, I would be like,
a reasonable dog owner probably shouldn't just let that happen.
yeah. A little control of the dog, like
Unless OP was just giving the vibe that they were loving it. I
maybe.
guess,
It
then.
didn't sound like it though at first. So,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Good date though. It's definitely one of the better ones we've read.
For these two specific people in this specific situation, I think it's a 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
But that is it for this episode. So we have some Venmos. Guys, I'm about 2 months late on some of these.
Whoa.
And that being said, not enough for 2 months absence, if I'm being quite honest. Just kidding. I'm grateful that y'all do anything. And now that we have the PayPal, it makes sense why Venmos are dropping, guys. Really. But anyways, this first one is from Cece, who writes, "Thanks for reading my dog story on the last episode." This was in November, so
Oh fuck, I don't remember it. I'm
quite
sorry.
a while ago.
Which one was that?
Started tearing up again, but wanted to let y'all know that Cookie led me to my next best friend, Little Miss Mochi. And I say hi and love y'all. Also, the 69-cent gag, while y'all look sad, made me lol.
Yeah.
And then I'll send a picture of Cece's new dog, Mochi,
Whoa.
in the Slack.
Also, I do now remember Cookie.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, Mochi's real cute.
Oh.
Oh, I know
Cutie.
that puppy breath smells so good.
And CC donates $5.69.
Hell yeah,
Nice.
Cece. Thank you very
CC
much.
and
What a
Mochi.
cute puppy.
Next up, we got Michaela, who writes, I'm not creative enough anymore for random word combinations, lol. So instead, I've been sending quotes from each of your episodes.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Michaela sends her usual 11 cents. Thank you. Beth writes, in all caps, keep talking politics, ... sometimes. Anyways, you make me feel less alone in this shit. Beth sends $25. Thank you,
oh,
Beth.
thank you, Beth. We will sometimes.
Sometimes. Next up, we got Shayla, who writes, my Shayla.
My Shayla.
Who
My
writes,
Shayla.
listening to old episodes where Josh said he hates his voice. I just want to say I started listening because of his voice and his silly Canadian accent.
I'm
Keep
bricked
it
up
up.
every time I hear Josh. What you mean?
Shayla sends $10.
No, it's changed to my laugh. People comment about that a lot. They have like a white rich person laugh. God damn it.
Next up, who is Heather, who writes, Sean, the Macne, pronounced Macne, just means the youngest of the group, usually K-pop groups. Josh is the Macne, lol.
Well,
So again, congrats to Josh and Sienna. By the way, Lisa is the Macne of Blackpink. And then Heather wrote later in a separate Venmo, you skipped my last Venmo request explaining Macne, but I still love you. Heather, I'm just 2 months behind, girl. I did not skip over. Heather sends 69 cents, the sickest
Nice.
amount. Next up, we got Maddie, who writes, new listener, just ordered the Leaving for NC shirt. So you know this was back in Everything
November.
Everywhere All at
Damn.
Once
Yeah.
or whatever. I moved with my cats from ND to NC 3 years ago to find my happiness by the sea. Hey,
Oh,
congrats.
nice.
But I gotta know, what's the shirt referencing? I'm hoping it's something innocent and not the equivalent of, say, a shirt with a coconut on it.
No.
Maddie sends $5.
It's nutting coconuts.
No, it's not. Nutting. Yeah, move to nutting in coconuts.
No. It means no contact. You go no contact with people.
Nah, nutting coconuts is better.
It's referencing to when we first started the podcast. We had a lot of stories that said NC on it.
And we had
And
no
we said it was North
fucking
Carolina.
clue. Yeah.
We were like, North Carolina, I
Yeah.
guess? But no. Turns out no contact.
Yeah, because we've been dumb from day one.
No, nothing's changed, baby.
Nothing's changed, brother. Fucking almost 400 episodes in it. We're still stupid as hell.
We got Kat, who writes, keep talking about politics. If you want to, of course.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Your guys' podcast helps people deconstruct and gives people hope that at least not all men are garbage. $10 for the Trevor Project or future bail fund if you decide to take out Ted Cruz. Kat sends $10.
Thank you. We might need that.
Next up, we have Josh, who writes, just wanted to say, hi, Sean, spelled SCHAUGHN, and John, spelled JAOUGHNE,
Oof.
and Josh, spelled, Joshell. One word, spelled GEOSCHELLE.
This is fucked up coming from another Josh.
And then they put in parentheses, sorry, I know it's just Josh, spelled GEOSCHE.
God
Josh
damn it.
sends $1.69.
I don't like this Josh on Josh violence.
Josh on Josh.
Pretty fucked up.
Next, we got Snow, who writes, shout out to you guys from your longtime Rich Utah listener. Ew, I know. You guys read my story years back. It was a let's not meet on a train.
Oh,
Also,
I remember
John,
that.
I was going to say sorry because you followed me back on Blue Sky and I only post what we do in the shadows. But turns out you also like it, so it's a win.
I
Snow
fuck with it.
sends $30. Thank you,
Oh,
Snow.
wow. Thank you very much. I
Thank
do
you.
remember the train story. So
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
Not the train story. The train story was not awesome.
It was like, what, two some years ago or something
Maybe
like that?
3 now.
Jeebus.
Next, we got Barefoot Conrosa, who writes, please, for the love of Agtha, please stop it with the goat button. I really missed any other button, but this one is just way too much.
Oh,
I love y'all, but please, no more goat button.
this episode's for you then.
Yeah, this episode
Press
has been your favorite, I think.
Press it, Josh.
I don't know how to read.
Oh,
Oh, the disrespect.
No.
Oh, nice.
Press the goat button. Anytime someone tells me not to do anything, I want to do it back.
That's too
Just
bad.
John in that Canadian bar. I gotta press the
I
button.
gotta press the button.
How to press the button.
Barefoot Conrosa also writes a couple more Venmos. They write, happy holidays to Meg, Mystery, and Midscore. Both have been so welcoming and wonderful, and their love and support when I was heartbroken during the election will never be forgotten. Heart emoji.
Wow.
Also, happy holidays to my favorite trio. Thank you for always bringing joy and laughter into my life, and to all the amazing Wikimaniacs. Here's to many more unhinged and hilarious stories in 2025. Heart emoji. Barefoot Conrosa sends $2.50. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, we got Savannah, who writes, April by the Local Natives was number 2 on my Spotify Wrapped. Absolute banger. Yes, Savannah. Agree. Hard agree. Savannah sends 69 cents. Next
Nice.
up, we got, oh yeah, nice. Next up, we got Riley, who writes, I will not apologize for spelling anyone's name wrong, except for maybe Sean. Love you guys
Got him.
all.
Shaw.
Riley sends $1.
Thank you, Riley.
Next up, we got Fatima, who writes, thank you for keeping me sane year round. And Fatima sends $50. Thank you.
Golly.
shit. Thank you
Sheesh.
very much.
Thank you.
Next up, we got Kylie, who writes Gaza, heartbreak emoji. And Kylie sends $3. Next up, we got Kayla, who writes, hey boys, just wanted to let you know that you were number 1 on my Wrapped. Not surprising. Sorry I've been MIA. My dog just had a very expensive surgery, so I am no longer a rich. He's doing great, by the way.
Hell
But
yeah.
thanks for keeping me company on the very long drives to and from his surgery. Kayla sends $3.
Thank you,
Thank
Kayla.
you.
I hope your dog-
doggy's better.
Yeah, I hope he's doing well.
Next up, we got Melissa, who writes, what Patreon tier is it to get adopted by Josh and become a Canadian citizen? Asking for a friend. Thank you guys for being something reliably good to get me through the week. Melissa sends $1.69.
Thank you, Melissa. That's the smuggling tier, actually, where I smuggle you
Ooh.
over the border.
We might need that for all of us.
Yeah, you guys can just become Canadians. I'll take you all in.
Next up, we got Grace, who writes, long-time listener, first-time Venmoer. Love you guys so much. It really feels like I'm talking with my besties. Thanks for all you guys do. Josh, spelled Jasch, John, Jawn, and Sean, S, capital CENE.
Nice.
Also, are y'all watching the newest season of Ultimatum? ? Lots of love from Womp Womp, Utah. Grace sends $2.22.
Thank you, Grace. I have been off the reality show for a little bit for multiple reasons with the Netflix shows. I find they get worse as the seasons go on because I find that people are
Gaming the system.
Yeah, they're on there just to be drama instead of, playing along with the reality of the games and stuff like that. I find the first 2 seasons of it, most of those shows are fairly authentic, and then it gets wild, and I'm just like, I don't know, I don't want to watch this. So we'll see if I get back into it. But
I side watched it while Nancy was watching it, and all I think is that Scotty guy is creepy. I don't like him.
I don't think I've watched Ultimatum yet.
I've never watched a full complete season, but I've side watched Nancy watching it.
yeah.
All right, next up we got Naomi, who writes, I am a patron and have been listening since the very beginning.
Oh,
Oof,
shit.
rough.
I hadn't heard of Glorilla before, but saw her video today and think that the name might be pronounced as Gloria.
Her real name's Gloria.
So that's her stage name.
Yes. But it's definitely pronounced Glorilla, right?
That's
she
how
says
I've
it on the
heard it.
song.
Yeah.
Glorilla.
Okay, yeah. I thought it was hilarious and wanted to share because I instantly thought of Reddit on Wiki.
Oh, hell yeah.
Naomi sent $3. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, we got Lilith, who writes, the only emotion that is stronger than my hatred of puns is my love of seeing Sean, spelled Chawne, miserable in response to them. Crying, laughing face emoji. Lilith sends $5.
And it will never stop.
Yes.
Actually, I haven't had
I
one in a
know.
while, so we'll see.
I've gotten worse. I'll do it now off camera. Like, and Sienna's just getting sick of it. Like, John has
I love
corrupted me.
I love it.
Next up, we have Alexandra, who writes, I appreciate how you all interact with each other. I am sorry you fell victim to the coconut. If you or your listeners use emotes in Twitch, Discord, etc., I'd love to plug my Insta at PHOEN_INX. You can get to my Etsy from my link tree in the bio. I also take suggestions. Thanks. Alexandra sends $6.96.
Nice. Thank you.
Nice.
Sean, are you going to make it?
I think so. We got 4 more. I could do
You got
5.
this.
Next up, we got Providence, who writes, I've been listening for 2 years, and it just occurred to me that Reddit on Wiki might be a play on Read It on Wiki.
That's exactly what it is.
So here's $1 for every year I spent completely oblivious to this pun.
Okay.
Providence sends $2.
Hell yeah. I like that. I like that John's pun goes under the radar even with our name.
Yep.
That's good.
I wish you hadn't found out until like 100 years later. That would have been
So
sick,
rich.
That would have been sick.
We haven't had anything Wiki related to our show in years.
In years.
No.
It was a well thought out pun in the very beginning.
In the
Yes.
beginning.
And, we found out no one wants to listen to that shit.
Mhm.
We've done it on Tuesdays, though.
Oh, we have. Yes, we have.
We've done some
Oh,
Wiki
do people
stuff.
like it back on Tuesdays?
Yeah, once in a while.
I mean, once in a while,
Hey,
yeah.
nice. Next up, we got your girl Diana, who writes, because I freaking miss y'all, heart emoji. She sends the sickest amount, 69 cents.
Hell yeah. Thanks, Diana.
Only dinner for 2.
Next up, we got Annie, who writes, Happy New Year, boys. It has been a while since I've checked in, as we haven't watched WWE in forever. Chiming in to say 3 things. So $1 for each. Oh my God, Annie, did you write comments?
I must say that Netflix premiere was a freaking success.
Oh,
But-
It was
not
tight?
what I thought you were going to say.
Was freaking tight. And I love the fact that everyone booed the shit out of Hulk Hogan. That
That's
was fucking
Quite literally the
icing
only
to me.
part I saw, and I liked it.
It was beautiful. At first, of course, when you hear Real American, it's just like, okay, that's a classic fucking entrance theme music.
Then it
But when
comes
he
out and you
started
gotta boo him.
talking, everyone just booing the shit out of him. And it filled my soul with happiness. I'm like, boo this fucking man.
Oh, so here's what Annie wrote for her 3 things to say. 1, your conversation about pizza rolls in a previous episode inspired me to get some over winter break. And oh boy, they were a college flashback for sure.
Oh,
so
yeah.
thanks for that.
Wait, hold
2,
on. Suggestion for pizza rolls to make it more up the fancy, I guess, right?
caviar.
No, you mix it with garlic butter post,
Oh.
and it's so fucking. I swear I ate like a whole box.
Okay.
Next up, that sounds fantastic. Next up, we got number 2, Josh. Did you make the music for the 12 Days of Midscore? Whoever did deserves a shout out because the goat sound match pitched for the last note of Deck the Halls exactly. And the music teacher in me was so satisfied.
Shit was sick.
I would love to tell you I mixed it and did everything, but I truly just picked a song from like one of the stock songs that we have access to and just like lined the goat sound up with where that would be. And then that was it. I didn't do anything super complicated.
Did you
But-
know that they matched pitches when you did that?
I mean, it sounded nice to me. I'm not a music expert, so I'm like, yeah, that
Josh,
sounds good.
explain music theory as a white man, please.
You might low-key be very good at
Mansplain
music.
us music theory, Josh.
I took music for half a year, piano lessons, and that was
Nice.
it when I was 8. So stuck with me, I guess.
Wikimaniacs, don't get confused. This man was the lead singer of a band. Moving on. 3, I am so thankful that the 3 of you get to be the bookends of my week. Mondays and Fridays get a little bit brighter because of you. Love y'all and wish you nothing but the best in the coming year. Oh, thank you,
Thank
Annie.
you very much.
Oh,
That's very sweet.
Annie seems like a wrestling fan, so I'm pretty sure that bookend you appreciate that because that's a finishing move. Shout out Booker T.
Baby. Yeah, Annie's the one that gave us like the emojis for wrestlers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it.
Next up, we got Prana, who writes, Sean, just put on an episode after a bad night and you gave me the laugh I really needed. So thank you. Prana sends 50 cents. Oh, thank you, Prana.
Good job, Sean.
Sean
Thank
is
you.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Dan Ella, who writes, hey, Sean, spelled incorrectly, of course. Congratulations.
Under my Dan, Ella, A. Under my Dan, Ella, A. I'm sorry.
This episode's so long. Please continue.
Congratulations, new merch is officially 1 week late, lol. Hoping to see a new design to enter the new year right. Dan Ella sent $7. Next month is coming at you. I'm not late because it's not happening. We'll be back for February. But that is all the Venmos. Boys, sorry. That was 2 months worth. We'll be back to normal next week. But that's it for me. Josh, John, anything to say before I die?
It's a long episode. So
This is
good.
a long one. I have one less day to edit this week, so I think we'll cap it there. I will do PayPal donations next week, though. I promise.
All right. Thank you for listening. I love you. Bye.
Bye.
Get therapy.